my loves. We are here. You are in my shower, and I have Katie helping me today. This is new. It might be terrible. It might be a lot of fun. Either way, we're going to deep dive with the clean dirt. And there's only one way to do this properly. It has to be in the shower. I promise this is true. I'm wondering, maybe I should show you the bad way first. Should we do the bad way first? Okay, first let me just tell you what this is. We're gonna start with the clean dirt because, oh my goodness, this is one of my favorite things in the whole world. And you might not know this, but the clean dirt was part of the original 4 pieces in our collection when we first launched 10 years ago in 2011. Oh my goodness, now it's 2022. Anyway, it's exciting because this was actually our #1 bestseller when we started. And most people don't know that, but it happened because the clean dirt is so special. It's weird, it's messy, it's kind of a pain in the ass. It's absolutely worth it. I can't wait to show you. First, I'm going to show you what you probably do if you have the clean dirt, and what you probably would do if you ordered it today and didn't watch this video. Most people who see a bottle of powder like this assume that what you do with a powder like that is you take a little bit of water, you add some drops, right? That looks okay. And then they go like this. Now you've got some gritty watercolor mud, and then you put it on your skin. Okay, let me just say, this smells amazing, but I can't feel anything. I'm not getting any great moussey texture. I don't know what people are talking about, this incredible fizzy, moussey, awesome thing. This is just like gritty, dirty watercolor. It doesn't feel that great. I can feel every little granule. Don't do this. Quick rinse. Also, the rinsing is really key. I showered before hitting record, and so my skin is already clean and soft. I've been in the shower. Everything is all nice and opened up. And it's really important. You want to actually allow for that moment when you feel the skin get soft. So when you first enter the shower and your skin is cold, it's dry, it's flat, it all has like an outside texture. When you go into the water, in a few seconds, you can feel your skin heat up, and when it heats up, you can feel it gets mushy. And what you're looking for is for your skin to get soft and mushy and ready to receive what's going on it. And that's true whether you're going to go into the honey mud, whether you're going to do a nice steamy cleanse with the pendulum potion, if you're going in with the clean dirt, a treatment with the problem solver. Also, especially when you're using your hydration steps. The Blue Cocoon and the Youth Do must have soft, squishy, warm, wet skin. Okay, it got a little too cold. Keep that. And I'm using warm water. Some of you get worried about heat. Heat is up to you. There's a knob, just like your sink. It's no different. The water is exactly the same. So unless you put a shower filter on, which is a really, really easy way to handle things, or you have a whole house filter, I don't have any of that on this. It's just water. It's fine. This is what I want you to do. Not that tiny little bit you saw. You really want it to be about a teaspoon. So maybe, for practical purposes, I'll show you. Teaspoon powder. I do this at this point by feel in my palm, but I want you to see how much that actually is. It's a good amount. Most people's hands are too small to properly mix this in the palm, but we try. So if I'm doing this in the shower, and this is usually how I am, I like to see first how much space it takes in my palm. So now I have a relationship to this. I can eyeball it. I know it's about as much as I can fill my palm with without it making a giant mess. Also, do it in the shower because you will make a giant mess, and it's okay. Get close to your body. I like to put the tips of my fingers right into the stream of water. And you see I'm just drizzling in enough so you can see it kind of makes a little moat around. And then I come together just like this. And I mush it together just like a mousse, folding it. And that's it. That took, what, 6-7 seconds? And fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. So good. I want you to see this on my face. When you put it on, actually, can you hear this? I'll turn this off. Listen. Do you hear that? It's fizzy, fuzzy, moussey awesomeness. So now, to distribute it evenly, I just put some big globs about. And then, with your hands, nice and flat, drape it everywhere. This is just like when you massage your face. Use wide, soft hands. Breathe and settle in. I like to go right up to my forehead, come down the nose, get it everywhere. Keep it away from your eyes, so you keep this area nice and clear. I recommend keeping your eyes open during application. If you close it, there's a tendency for things to run, or if you've put too much water, it'll go in your eyes, and then you have to keep your eyes closed the whole time. So when you're first putting it in, keep your eyes open and apply around, and if you do notice it trickling, just close your eyes and keep it closed. It's not a big deal. So when you're doing the clean dirt, I choose this when I'm willing to be actively involved, which is part of why I like to pair this with shower days. So using the clean dirt on days you shampoo is how I find my best rhythm. And I recommend that as a starting point for you too. If you have oilier skin, more congestion, you probably also have a thicker scalp, oilier scalp. And so more frequent shampooing, more frequent exfoliation might be appropriate for you. So for those people, clean dirt up to every other day might be great. Every other day may be perfect. If you have more sensitive skin that's prone to dryness, dehydration, irritation, it might be more like once or twice a week, or every second or third day. For myself, about every 2 to 3 days is perfect, and that works for shampoo too. So anytime I reach for my shampoo, at the same time, I do my shampoo, I rinse, I put on the clean dirt, I get it all in there, I put conditioner in my hair, and then while the conditioner is working, while the clean dirt's working, I take care of my body. Leave this for just a few minutes. The clean dirt's pretty active, so you're going to feel it. It can feel tingly, it can feel warm, it can feel a little itchy. That's normal, that's good. Also, if you don't feel any of that, that's fine too. You are going to feel the granules. I showed you earlier what the granules looked like when it was a tiny little bit. When you have more, you actually have more of the granules distributed. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, but the more there are, the softer it feels. You're just covering more surface area, so you end up feeling less of the individual grains and more of the overall feeling of this great nubby sensation feeling that can feel really delicious, especially here in the chest area. A lot of you ask me what I do to take care of my neck and chest because it's pretty much my favorite part to take care of. I lose my voice frequently. I tend to get throat stuff, and massaging this area helps keep that relationship to my chest, myself, my voice open, and just the skin. And you'll see I'm just massaging where it feels good. I can handle this. My skin is in a healthy spot. I don't have any current flare-ups, any outbreaks, any major sensitivity issues going on. My skin was breaking out a bit more than normal a couple weeks back. And so this timing is actually perfect because I have some little spots of discoloration, the little post-acne marks that stay behind. And so in this area and under the jaw where there's some congestion, I spend a little bit more time there. In the summer, I'll notice that when I'm outside and I'm having more exposure to the sun, I need more attention here where the sun hits, along the brow bone, along the cheekbone, along the forehead, all of that. And then in the winter, it tends to be more chin, jaw, neck, chest. So pay attention to what feels good for you, and then if there's any areas that don't feel good, that's really important too. I get perioral dermatitis, And so if I am in a spot where that's moving out, it's almost done, but maybe there's just some flaky skin, the cleaner is perfect. In fact, you can mix the cleaner with a little bit of the blue cocoon, which I'll show you a little bit later what to do there. And you can apply that. Otherwise, oh, I totally lost my train of thought. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna rinse this version, and I'm gonna show you a couple of blend versions. But first I want to talk about rinsing. So let's say that I've been in here, I've got my hair mask on, this has been working, everything's feeling good, it's definitely warm and tingly. Turn it into the stream of water. I'm not going to use my hands because I want you to see how quickly this rinses, but I would normally use my hands, and I will in a second to show you what that looks like. But I just want you to see how easily this rinses for people who are used to fighting at the sink to rinse their face. And it's gone. so easy. And then you get all of it. And you can really get in there if there is any little extra little granules around your ears, forehead, eyes. Okay. This is typically where people would go, I'm clean, it's all rinsed, I'm done. You're not. Shower back on. The reason is, what just happened was you loosened up all the different little connective tissues and fibers of all the little dead cells hanging out on the top. Now they're all loose, and so if there is dead skin to release, this is the time to do it. And it won't happen for everyone. If you're in a regular cadence of exfoliating, whether through manual exfoliation, chemical exfoliation, whatever you're using, if you're regularly exfoliating and turning over your skin cells, you might not need to do a lot of the manual rubbing with the cleaner. But if you're not, if this is your sole source of exfoliation or your primary source of exfoliation, or if you're like me and you only use this in the honey mud and the problem solver, then you're going to want to be more involved. So when all of the grains have rinsed away, everything's feeling great, you step out of the water and you take your fingertips and you actually just rub those areas where you've noticed the congestion. And for me, this, again, is usually where the sun hits these areas or along the jawline. And you'll feel, especially if you've really allowed your skin to get soft. This is why it's important for it to get soft. If you just get in the shower and your skin is dry and acting like its outer self, which is what it always is like before you come in here and make it mushy. If you just come in and you're in your outer skin, and you turn it on and you put on the cleaner and you immediately start rubbing your face, way too much, way too intense. You have to prep it. It is almost impossible at the sink to get your skin as soft and prepped and ready to receive the cleaner as you can do in the shower. So I just really, really encourage you, even if you only have 2 minutes for your routine, you will have 2 minutes of actually doing the routine well and thoroughly and getting a result here. Or you could spend 2 minutes battling the sink, making a giant mess. It will take more than 2 minutes and your skin won't get the same result. So further your result, make the whole experience great, but really, really, really important, get in the shower. I did the cleaner yesterday, so I'm actually not feeling anything when I'm doing the rubbing right now. But if this was 3 days from now, 4 days from now, or if I missed last week and it was building up, one, I'd start to notice, and that's what I'm looking for when I decide what to use in the first place. Why is it a clean dirt day as opposed to a honey mud day, a pendulum potion day, a problem solver day, a nothing but the blue cocoon day? What am I actually looking for? So when it's a clean dirt day, I know because I will wake up and maybe I'll just be mentally feeling foggy and I'll just want something that's like zippy and invigorating and smells amazing and gets my blood flow going and wakes me up. Clean dirt hits the spot. But my skin might also be asking for the clean dirt really specifically. And so I'm looking for that. I might notice little flakes of dead skin sitting on the surface that you know if you just rub on will go away. you know, the ones that you just pick at during the day, or that you're trying to put little dabs of blue cocoon on thinking that you can hydrate them away. You can't. It's dead. It's got to go. So that's, those are really great visual cues. Also, eyes closed. If you run your fingers over your skin, what does it feel like? I notice if I'm feeling bumps or any texturing in the skin, it's clean dirt day. If I'm noticing bumps in texture and excess oil, it's a clean dirt day. And also if I'm feeling dry, if I'm feeling like nothing's really absorbing, I'm laying moisturizer after moisturizer and moisturizer, I'm doing, you know, all the layers of the blue cocoon and the youth doing the jasmine garden and it's not sinking in, it's because it's not sinking in. So work on the barrier. The clean dirt is so vital for that. Clean dirt every 2 to 3 days will make the blue cocoon work better, the youth do work better, it will make all the things work better. We'll get those questions at the end. I want to talk about when to choose the clean dirt over the problem solver, but I'll wait until we're done showing you everything here. So don't hang out in the shower the whole time. Okay, but I do want to show you some blends because today felt like a great day for a straightforward clean dirt treatment. One, it's what I wanted to show you first so you could see the real deal way to mix it. But I also want you to know how to adapt it. When I'm feeling really like I'm lacking glow, like I want to bring in some more energy, some more excitement, I really want the dead skin to just be gone. I know it's ready to release. Especially I like doing this if I've done the problem solver the night before. It sets up a nice stage to be able to release everything in the morning with the clean dirt. I often like to add in either the honey mud or the pendulum potion. And that will just depend on my mood. If I'm looking for more activity, more glow, more bounciness, more freshness, and I'm fine with a more intensive treatment, then I'm going to mix the clean dirt and the honey mud. I'm going to show you that. You know, I also want to show you, just real quick, before we get too far, how to mix in the bowl. Because a lot of times, getting into the shower and mixing in the shower is intimidating. And that's all right, you don't have to do it that way. You can measure into our treatment bowl. So again, use your measuring spoon, a teaspoon. You're gonna do equal parts water, or, because I have it in front of me, I'll just do the jasmine garden. If you're gonna go luxe, let's go super luxe. Also, it's easier to take off the cap and pour it. But you can also see the jasmine garden is not just water. There we go. Oh my goodness, you have to smell this. All right, so a teaspoon of the clean dirt with a teaspoon of the jasmine garden. Using our brush, mix it together. And you can see in just a few seconds, you have a fresh, activated super mousse. So good. So good. Okay, so I'm going to show you this, and then, see that texture? It's the best. And then I have a fresh honey mud, so I'm just going to dip in here. A honey mud treatment, let's call this a lush one. Gorgeous. So a dollop of the honey mud, and then you've got your full portion of the clean dirt, and you just bring them together. This smells so good. And it feels, it's got this kind of silkiness to it that is totally different than the clean dirt at full strength. It's just completely different. And I'll show you on the skin. It's creamy. Okay. Oh, I love this one. It's like adding the honey mud just adds this like pillowy cushion to it. The smell. I like to bring this all the way down the chest. This just feels like nourishing and warm. It's definitely tingly, and if you've exfoliated recently, if you're using stronger products, if you've been in the sun or in the wind, if you've been sick, if you've been in the bath, if you've been drinking, if you've been doing any of the things that can get your skin worked up and a little more flushed and active, just know that adding the clean dirt and the honey mud will amplify that, and it's okay. Since I've got extra on this one, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on my pits. Reason number 5 billion to do the clean dirt in the shower. You can always bring it down the neck, over the chest, shoulders, back of the neck feels amazing, but armpits for sure. And this is like the clearing area of the body. And so involving your armpits in your facial care is just a great idea. Anyway, I recommend not wearing a bra in the shower to be able to get to all the most important places. Honestly, this feels amazing on the boobs too, so just go for it. Bring it all the way down, neck. Oh, I just never want to stop this part. Also, for those of you with really, really sensitive skin that can't tolerate the manual massage on your face, skip the massage on the face. Put on the clean dirt alone with the honey mud, with the pendulum potion, with the jasmine garden, whatever feels good. Put that on here. Spend your time massaging around your face. If you're not able to physically touch your skin, if you have too active a breakout, if you've got a rosacea flare-up, eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, depending on where you're at in your particular flare-up, in your particular stage at the moment, you can adapt. You can either get really, really in there, make this a very manual experience, or you can just leave it, massage everywhere else. Or you can just leave it, don't touch it at all, and rinse. But it will be waking up that skin and loosening it up. So if you're not able to do the manual massage, I want you to do this more frequently because you will need more opportunities for the dead skin to go away. You don't want to just loosen it all up and then have this dead skin sitting on the surface like this. You need to make sure that that dead skin leaves. If you just loosen it so the dead skin sits here, and then you rinse in the shower, and then you put your moisturizer on over the top, you're just gluing that dead skin back on. So let it go, make sure it's fully gone. Once again. And I can feel the difference even in rinsing with what the texture of the skin feels like. So play with this a bit. Over time, you'll feel what feels amazing. Is it the clean dirt alone at full strength? Is it the clean dirt and the honey mud mixed together? Is it the clean dirt and the pendulum potion? Is it all three? Personally, I switch between them all the time. It's just like eating for me. What am I in the mood for today? What does my body need today? What does my skin need today? And you learn that by showing up with your fingers, with your touch. I don't know usually until I'm actually in the shower, in the water, where I'm going to take things. I might have an idea because I have like a craving for a particular kind of feeling. But for the most part, I don't know until I get in there, get my skin nice and soft, and then feel in the water, in the heat, what my natural skin feels like when it's not cold and hard from the outside. Okay, one more blend I'm going to show you. I'm going to do this one just in my palm, and this is how I normally do it. I just pour into my palm, again, as much as I'm able to do comfortably. And if this isn't comfortable for you, please do always use the bowl. Oh, pendulum potion. Oh, I never found it. Ah. I have too many bottles in too many places. Okay, so pendulum potion. I'm going to go in with my portion of the clean dirt, and I'm just going to add several right to the top. Now, if I wanted, I could also add a dollop of the honey mud right to this, which is delicious, but I'm going to show you this one on its own too. And this I'm going to take back to the shower. So you see I put the clean dirt in there with the pendulum potion. And then I'm going to do the same as I did before, just drizzle a little bit into the corners. It'll look like this. You're just kind of surrounding your little island. And then push it in. And again, this is the clean dirt mixed with the pendulum potion, which is more hydrating. It's more nourishing. You see how it's fattier, it's oilier. It's got this like, I don't know, it just gives this moisture boost that's completely different. And it has all this fantastic antioxidant goodness from the Pendulum Potion. And as much as I love the Clean Dirt and the Honey Mud, there's something about the Clean Dirt and the Pendulum Potion that I think is just magical. And for those of you who aren't sure about the Pendulum Potion, it's earthy, it's groundy, it's sensual, it's sexy, it's smoky, it's all of these things. But when it comes together with the Clean Dirt, which is just like straight up Christmas cookies and ginger and all the wonderful things, I don't know what happens with the scents, but I immediately feel my feet go into the ground in a completely different way. And the combination of the grounding nature of the Pendulum Potion with this stimulating, soul-nourishing, warm love of the Clean Dirt, I could start any day like this, and it'll just be a better day. All right, well, I've gone all maxed out. How many treatments of that in a row was it? But it's wonderful, and my skin will be so soft. So I'm going to do one more final rinse. Was there any other blends that I should show you? Maybe I'll show you the Clean Dirt and the Blue Cocoon just in my hand real quick before I rinse all the way. I've definitely had people ask what to do with all the little crunchy bits with dermatitis. I'm at the bottom of my Blue Cocoon, but take just a bit. When I have a perioral dermatitis flare-up and I have the dry skin around the nose, or after a breakout and the pimple goes away but it leaves that spot behind and the dead skin over it, or just in general, if you have sensitive skin but you have dead skin that needs to leave, this is what you do. You take the Blue Cocoon and then, oops, not that much. We'll flip it like that. This will now go here. Add it to the mix, nothing wasted. Okay, back to the treatment. We've got the Blue Cocoon mixing in with the Clean Dirt there. And now you've got this great little spot treatment. And that is what I would put over any of the little areas of dry skin, flaky skin, especially when it's the red kind. And now you just want to make sure that you get all the Clean Dirt out of all the places, especially if you've done the back of your neck, the back of your ears. It's really, really good to do back here. When's the last time you cleaned behind your ears? When's the last time you really cleaned behind your ears? So do that. Get in there. People have asked, can you use this for your scalp? You can. Definitely use a deep conditioner to follow, but it can feel amazing to get in there and massage right into the scalp area. You can blend it with your shampoo if you want to do that. You can blend it with a conditioner if you want to do that. You can go straight in. It's easier in short hair than long hair. For long hair, make sections, make parts, and mostly focus on the scalp itself as opposed to the hair. If you do your pits, don't get surprised when you find Clean Dirt there later, especially if you are wearing a bra in the shower where it's impossible to rinse properly. All right, all set. Who says there's no time? And now I never, ever, ever leave the shower without moisturizing. Basically, my skin never gets wet without oils going on immediately to follow. So I'm gonna use up the last of my Blue Cocoon. This is about a daytime post-treatment amount, but I want a little extra with the Jasmine Garden today, and the Youth Dew So I'm just going to put all those in my palm together. That's my absolute favorite. And then all you do, you take your 2 warm palms, wet hands, Blue Cocoon, Youth Dew, Jasmine Garden. Satisfying. And now you've got 1 super treatment. Bring this in, directly into the wet. Leave skin completely wet. Blue Cocoon, Youth Dew, Jasmine Garden, neck, chest, forehead, cheeks, mouth, behind the ears, eyes. Start up here, forehead. This feels really wonderful, so get in there. And hydrate wherever you've gone. So I give a little special attention to my neck and the back of the neck. I want to make sure to bring my moisture back there too. Behind the ears. Doing this to the ears in general feels so good. When you pinch them, they become warm. When they become warm, your blood is flowing. When your blood is flowing, you are glowing. Okay. Finish. Jasmine Garden. Why? Because it enhances the penetration of everything that came before it. So it brings out the best in the Blue Cocoon and the Youth Dew. Everything feels so crazy, silky, soft now. All the dead skin is gone, no texturing whatsoever. And I now have a clear view of my skin. So even right here, you can stop and pay attention and notice what your texture feels like, where it's gathering, what the temperature feels like. Where does it feel nice to be touched? Is there anywhere that doesn't feel good? Anywhere that's tender? Okay, I think that was it. So we're gonna go into questions now. We've got a number of them that you sent in this week. And then I will also have Katie help me by reading everything.
Okay, let's see. I need another hand.
Always true.
Okay. Can you use it every day if you have really dry skin? How's that?
So if you have really dry skin, the cleaner is a great place to start because a lot of times when there's dry skin, there's also an issue with penetration of your hydrators. You can layer on all the moisturizers you want, but if you've got dead skin in a way that it won't get through. So if you have really, really dry skin, I wouldn't go in immediately saying, let's do the clean dirt every day from here forward. That's a little extreme, but let's bring it in, see what kind of results you get, see how it affects your skin, how it fits into your ritual with all the other products that you're using, and then we'll be able to find out what your frequency is. So I would have you start, again, match up how often you use the clean dirt with how often you shampoo. If you are currently someone who's shampooing once or twice a week, introduce the clean dirt once or twice a week. If you are shampooing every single day, and you have the kind of oily skin, hydrated skin, more congested skin that supports that, go for it. If you're someone who's washing your hair every day because you like light, fluffy, bouncy hair, that's different. You're listening to your aesthetic and not your hair. Nothing wrong with that, but you can't use it as a measuring tool. So use your skin and your scalp as a measuring tool, adjust from there. And if you want to go deeper into how frequently you specifically should be using the clean dirt, send us an email to care@lindstrom.com. Let us know more about your skin history, what you've been using, what you've loved, what you're about, any personal challenges, goals, wherever you want to go, and we can help you find your perfect rhythm.
Oh, this is good. Do we need to wash our face with a cleanser before using the clean dirt?
Only if you have makeup on. So almost always I use the clean dirt in the mornings. Part of that is because I really like to be able to go straight into the shower, use nothing except the water to soften and prep my face, and then go in with the clean dirt or a blend of the clean dirt and the honey mud or the pendulum potion. But if I'm using this in the evening or at a time when I want to cleanse first, or those days when you wake up and your skin is just kind of like oily and funky, whatever you did the night before, there's just days where your skin needs more. And on the days the skin needs more, I might start with the clean dirt, I'd start with the honey mud. So that would look like I'd get into the shower, I'd go into the stream, wait until everything gets all nice and warm and mushy. Then I would dip into the honey mud, I'd massage that into my skin, and then I could either rinse and go in with the clean dirt, or I could leave the honey mud on my face, mix the clean dirt, put it directly over the top of the honey mud, and blend it all together. So you've got options. And again, you could do the same thing. You could have the honey mud on, and you could put a blend over the top. You could do a full strength. Lots of room to play there.
Is the clean dirt a no-go if we're already incorporating an acid into our skincare?
No, not at all. But it does get factored in because it counts as an exfoliant. And so if you're using an exfoliating acid or retinol or something that has that powerful stimulating activity the day before, just pay attention. If the day after a treatment like that you feel amazing and your skin looks great and healthy and sound, then adding the clean dirt to it might bump that up another notch and give you all of that glow and vivaciousness that you're looking for, but it could also be too much. And so if you've had a great active treatment yesterday and you're still in the recovery phase of that, skip a day. Skip 2 days, skip 3 days. Wait until you're in a place where your skin says, yes, I am ready for that. And you won't know that until you learn what that is. So just introduce it every 2 or 3 days, be in communication with our team, and we'll walk you through it.
Will it benefit me if used as a mask instead of a scrub for skin that is sensitive to physical exfoliation?
It is. But I would say, maybe this is where we go into, where we talk about the problem solver. So when I'm deciding those things, if I know that there's no way I'm touching my skin today, sometimes skin just feels sensitive and doesn't want all of that touch, doesn't want all of that stimulation, doesn't want all of the massage, definitely doesn't want manual exfoliation. That's okay. All of the ingredients in the clean dirt, those incredible spices and herbs and salts, like they're all, and the fresh vitamin C, these are all just incredible ingredients for the skin. And so I want them to feed your skin even without the additional stimulation. If you're doing this in the morning, I would go ahead and do the clean dirt, put it on, but I would encourage you to mix it in your treatment bowl with a brush and brush it on. I would not then do a manual massage. I would treat it more like a mask. I would blend it like a mask. I'd apply it like a mask, leave it for a few minutes. I'd still rinse in the shower. I'd still do this whole thing in the shower. Again, driving down, especially if you're sensitive. Get your skin soft and mushy first. If you're going in on hard, dry skin, it's just not going to feel good. Think about this like any other kind of touch. You want to be prepared. And what was that question again? Is there more to it?
Mask instead of a scrub for skin that is sensitive to physical exfoliation.
And so if I know that I'm not going to do that at all, and it's morning, and I want the particular benefits that the clean dirt offers, I will still do that, brush it on, rinse it, and then increase my frequency to make sure that the dead cells are turning over. However, if I already know I'm inclined that way, I would encourage you to do the problem solver instead. The problem solver really works. Originally, I formulated it as a pack. So it wasn't supposed to be a mask in a jar to begin with. The problem solver was originally used as an herbal pack. And so I would layer this over clients' bodies in areas of damage or injury to the skin. And I would layer it over in a pack, and the herbs and all the different spices and salts and minerals would get in there and work their magic and bring down the inflammation and the heat and all of that. And it was so effective. And when I started using it as a mask, Really, really wonderful. Anyway, the point being, if you want the benefit of the ingredients and you want them to just stay and work like an herbal pack, go with the Problem Solver. If you're feeling sensitive, if you're feeling more inflamed, if you're feeling more red, if you're feeling more heat, yes, the Problem Solver is stimulating, does a lot of the things that the Clean Dirt does, but it has this different aspect to it, which is more still. So when I'm looking for invigorating energy, when I'm looking for liveliness, when I'm looking for blood flow, when I'm looking for pink, when I'm looking for ways to get the oxygen and all of the energy going, Clean Dirt. When I'm looking to bring it all down, when I'm looking to calm it, even while being active and powerful and potent, it's the Problem Solver.
This is good, talking about Problem Solver too. Do you recommend actively scrubbing with both of them, with the Clean Dirt and the Problem Solver?
In general, upon rinsing, yes. So with the Clean Dirt, no massage until everything's all nice and soft and mushy. Once it's all nice and soft and mushy and it's on, go ahead and manually massage as is tolerable to you, as feels good to you. For some people, that might mean only the forehead area, only the jaw area, completely skipping nose, mouth, any sensitive bits. For other people, you can get right in there, all up in the crevices, you can get really deep. Know yourself. Find out where you are on that spectrum and adjust. It can also be very different day to day. So don't overdo it, don't underdo it, really pay attention, check in, it'll get easier with time. Ask the question again, there was more there.
Oh, scrubbing with both the Clean Dirt and the Problem Solver.
When rinsing, so with the Problem Solver, I wouldn't have you manually exfoliate in general. On rare occasion, I might be preferring the settling, grounding activity of the Problem Solver over the Clean Dirt for certain days. And so I might do a morning mask with the Problem Solver and wear it around, do my first round of emails, get my kids after school, take a Zoom meeting, who knows. And then I would get into the shower and I would rinse. And as it's rinsing, I would face into the stream of water with my fingertips and rinse it away. So there's a little bit of manual exfoliation that goes on in the rinsing itself. I have, and sometimes when I'm wanting a lot of power and I'm wanting the physical activity that comes with the Clean Dirt, but I'm wanting the particular ingredients in the Problem Solver, I will do what I just showed you with the Clean Dirt, but with the Problem Solver instead. However, it's hot. If you are manually massaging the Problem Solver into your skin, you're really, really activating the warming spices. And so just be prepared to know it will be like eating a spicy meal, and the way that your lips are left warm and tingly, that will be everywhere. And it's okay. Keep breathing. Best case, you do it before bed. You wake up with the happiest, smoothest, softest baby skin in the morning. So don't get scared. Clean Dirt, the Problem Solver, the honey mud, all of those can lead to a bit of flushing, a little bit of heat, a little bit of redness, a little bit of tingly, a little bit of itchy, a little bit of all the things, and a whole lot of deliciousness and skin that gets better year after year. So don't be scared.
Would you ever mix the two of them, the Clean Dirt and the Problem Solver?
Only if I'm running out. Honestly, both of those formulas, they might look kind of similar. They're not. Get them on your face, you'll start to notice the difference. They really do serve very specific purposes, and I like to alternate them. I prefer the Problem Solver in the evening every second or third day. I prefer the Clean Dirt in the morning every second or third day, and I tend to keep that schedule unless I'm having a particular craving, which is generally more mood-based, occasionally skin-based. Otherwise, that's the rhythm. Is there more there?
Mixing the two of them?
Yeah, I think, there's not a particular reason to do that with these ones. When you add the honey mud to the Clean Dirt, it gives it extra. When you add the pendulum potion to the Clean Dirt, it gives it extra. When you add the jasmine garden to the Clean Dirt, it gives it extra. Yeah, the Problem Solver to the Clean Dirt, it's kind of just spreading it out. And so it's sort of like, if you were at the bottom of your jar of the Problem Solver and the bottom of your jar of the Clean Dirt and you didn't quite have a full treatment, go ahead and combine them. Otherwise, let them shine as the heroes they are and boost them with the other treatments.
Would you ever use them in the same day?
Sure.
Yeah.
You could, but this also very much depends on your skin. So, for example, yesterday I did the Clean Dirt in the middle of the day, and today. I'm doing the cleaner in the middle of the day too. I also plan on doing the problem solver tonight because I meant to do the problem solver last night and I didn't. And so today I will be doing the cleaner this morning. I'll be doing the problem solver tonight, and it's no problem because of where my skin is right now. 2 weeks ago, I was, I had COVID and I was breaking out. My skin was doing all kinds of crazy things. And so I had the worst breakouts that I've had in years, and thankfully they cleared really fast. But this whole bottom part of my face was breaking out in a way that it doesn't normally, and the top of my head is breaking out in a way that it doesn't normally. And so I was doing extra problem solver to calm that down. And now that it's mostly cleared, I'm doing more cleaner to move out the residual spots. And so that actually is part of the rhythm too. When you're treating acne, I like to do more frequent problem solver to bring down the active breakout. When the active breakout has passed or is passing, then you bring in the cleaner to take up the trash. It's kind of how that works, as opposed to the opposite.
I'd love to learn your perspective on the appropriate amount of exfoliation without damaging your skin barrier.
Well, that's why it's so important to get in there and talk to your skin, because you can't tell. It was actually something I thought about today because I did the cleaner yesterday and then I went, oh, that was so silly. I'm going to be in the shower doing cleaner at least a few times while recording the live. And so am I going to totally stress out my skin? And so this morning, I checked in as I would and I went, actually, I've got little flaky spots. There is still things moving out and the cleaner is still an appropriate product for me today, even though I had it yesterday. That's not my normal rhythm. Normally I'd wait another day. But today, my skin said yes, and as I'm doing this, I just did 3 treatments in a row and my skin feels amazing. Amazing. So you can only know. You can only know. And you can only know if you spend the time to get to know. It's sort of like if you have only ever eaten a meal on a timer. If you have breakfast at 6 a.m., lunch at noon, and dinner at 6 p.m. for your entire life, and you've never thought about it, you would have no idea what it means to be hungry. You wouldn't know what it means to follow your craving. And so with skincare, if we've only ever followed the directions on the box, if we've only ever gone, well, it's morning, I use a cleanser, and now it's evening, I use this cleanser, we're not really paying attention. We're not having a dialogue or a relationship. But if you get in there and start to learn that when your skin is wet, it has different messages for you. When it's warm, it has different messages for you. When you allow yourself to soften and to really notice the difference of like, what does this skin feel like opposed to this skin feels like, opposed to this skin feels like. It's just really cool, actually. And I think this stuff is fun, so hopefully you do too. But yeah, there are people, rare people, who could do the cleaner in the morning and the problem solver at night every day. That's rare. You're probably not that person. Start with every 2 or 3 days on both of them, alternating, and then see what happens when you combine days, when you stack days, and when you give yourself more space in between 2. Sometimes that breathing room is actually the thing that your skin needs to give yourself the time to come into your own rhythm and flow.
This significantly lightened my hyperpigmentation after pregnancy. Why? Is it the vitamin C? What happened?
Yeah, amazing. The cleaner is a brightening exfoliant, and wow, do I mean that. It's so many things. It is the vitamin C, but it's also the turmeric. All of the warming herbs and spices in there. Please just go to Lindstrom.com, go to the cleaners page, click on the ingredients tab. You will see every single ingredient in there. You can also click on each of those ingredients and you will see a write-up on exactly why I chose it, what it does, information about its sourcing. Also, if you go to our ingredients page, you'll see our entire full pantry. You can click through everything. We're really, really proud to tell the story of our ingredients. We're obsessive about it. It's the only thing, next to the scents part that gets me really, really lit up, because it really is just the foundation of who we are. So spend some time reading about our ingredients. They're all there for you.
Okay, we touched on this a little bit, but I think people like if we talk about it a little bit more. When I use the cleaner, I don't feel any dead skin releasing when I massage.
Yeah.
Am I using it right?
Yes.
That's okay.
Okay, so today I felt no dead skin. Why? Because yesterday I got all the dead skin off, or at least almost all of it. If I waited 2 weeks, well, my skin, if I waited 2 weeks to use the clean dirt, would completely change. Like, I wish I could drive down consistency in a way that wasn't really annoying. But I don't know how to be anything but annoying with this. It's like telling you to go in the shower to use the clean dirt, or telling you to only put your oils into wet skin. The consistency thing is literally everything, because it allows everything to work right. Like, if I'm using the clean dirt every 2 or 3 days, I know what it does. I know what layer of the skin is taking off. I know how long I need until my skin is calm enough and in a great spot to take it again. I know what this flow looks like. But if I wait 2 weeks to use the clean dirt, my skin is going to start accumulating dead cells. It's going to start changing the texture here immediately. I'll notice that 3 days from now, for sure. That's because that's when I'm used to coming in and taking off. So if I haven't done the clean dirt in a few days, I'm going to start noticing the texturing. If I give it a few more days, I might start getting little bits of congestion, little bits of breakouts, little whiteheads, little inflamed parts. I also tend more towards redness, more towards rashes, more towards that kind of irritation. That'll show up for me too. When the dead skin isn't moving, I'm also accumulating different bacteria and all just like crud that's in there. And so you have to clear it out. And I notice that when I do, then all of the redness, all of the breakouts, all of the rosacea, the eczema, the psoriasis, the dermatitis, all of it all goes away. So that consistency is huge.
Is it okay to use on like really sensitive acne?
Yes, but I would not rub it at all. Again, this would be a case where if you came to me and I was making you a first product recommendation and you said I have really sensitive active acne, I would tell you to get the Blue Cocoon and a Problem Solver. If you tell me that you've had really active acne and it's healing and you're in the post stage where everything is closing over, but you've got all this redness, you've got all this flakiness, you've got all the post-acne scars, your congestion is going nuts, the texture's all over the place, that's when you go straight into the clean dirt.
Okay, this isn't clean dirt related, but I think it's good for like winter skin. I've been using the Blue Cocoon, but it's so dry that 30 minutes later or so, I feel like my skin is dry again. Can I use the Pendulum Potion as a moisturizer on top of that? All the hydration.
Yeah, I think that there's more to address. So I wouldn't just layer on more without understanding what else is going on. Sometimes it's just winter. Sometimes it might just be there's a few days where it's winter. And for a few days, you're going to be out of balance, and then there'll be a shift and more humidity will come in, and then maybe there will be some snow or some rain or some something in the environment, and your skin shifts, and you might not even notice. A few days passes, it's no big deal. Your skin just moves and grooves. It's an organ doing its job. And so don't fret about it too much. I just kept losing my track again.
Hydration if the Blue Cocoon you threw aren't enough.
If it's not just winter, or if just winter actually means for the next 9 months it's going to be just winter, then you have to go stronger than that. It's not more moisture. It's up in the clean dirt. It's making sure that you are exfoliating at the frequency that's right for you. Again, try every 2 to 3 days. See where that lands you. That's most people's mid-spot I've found. Personally, over a decade plus of doing this, every 2 to 3 days is a fantastic starting point. So start there, make sure that you're exfoliating, and then make sure you're using enough. I mean, I'm at the bottom of my Blue Cocoon, so I can't even show you a full portion. But I will tell you that I've seen clients take a jar like this and get 10 more uses out of it. And that makes me want to cry a little bit. But yeah, just inside this corner, look how much is in there. That is actually an appropriate use amount. It's about a generous fingernail, index finger cover. And look, there's more in there. There's always more in there. So if you're using that amount, and I would say if you're not using that amount and you're super, super dry, try using that amount before adding anything else or switching something up. Most people I find are using this much or less. Maybe that. Or I have had all kinds of people tell me, ooh, it's like a rice grain. Oh my God, are you kidding? Please don't do this. So if you're complaining about dry winter skin and this is how you're moisturizing, well, there's your problem. If you're using a full portion and you're exfoliating properly and you're using a humidifier at night and you're getting lots of good fats and lots of good water and you're moving and you're breathing well, then maybe there's a product incompatibility, or maybe you need something more, or some kind of boost, or you need to every time be putting the pendulum potion in the clean dirt, or every time be putting the honey mud in the clean dirt, or always using the blue cocoon and the youth dew and the jasmine garden together for a super trio. But I can't tell you that. I would have a lot more questions before I could give you recommendations on what to add, because probably it's not an ad. Probably it's an adjust your technique and look at all of the factors that feed into your skin.
Okay, we have like time for like one more question. This one I'm going to ask because answer's a good way to end. What product do you recommend getting the glow or brightness back into your face?
Oh, hello, the clean dirt, plus the honey mud, plus the pendulum potion. Those three blended together. Hot, steamy shower. Not too hot for the face, warm for the face, but not cold. Really, you gotta keep it warm. Put that on, massage it in, give yourself all the love, turn on a song, do some breathing, feel fantastic. Even if you're faking it, sometimes you have to fake it until you get there. We all know this. Your body will follow you. Lead. Thank you for being here.